All right, we're here. We're live for a pretty good truck race we're getting ready for. Oh man, it's weird to see how sunny it is at Kansas at this time of day. So yeah, gonna be a lot of sunshine out there. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let me know how the mic volume is. It's a little further away than I normally have it, but it should hopefully be good enough to catch my volume here. I'm in a bit of a different setup tonight, so yeah, trucks are rolling. Oh, are they already getting ready for the? I say they're just doing okay. They're just doing their starting lineup. I thought they were getting ready for the pace truck to dive off for the green flag, but Kyle Busch got bested for the pole position here tonight by the number 19 of Christian Eckes, former Toyota teammate, now turned Chevy teammate. Then you've got Chase Purdy there in the inside second row. And I believe that's Jake Garcia starting up inside the top five, which is incredible for that young guy. Oh, wow. Here we go. Hopefully, you guys are excited. I know I certainly am. If you guys are, leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss another stream. We got Brennan Poole as well. Just kind of looking at the leaderboard with the return of Johnny Sauter. Johnny Sauter's back this week. Tyler Hill. Justin Carroll. Not really sure who the back half of the grid really is when it comes to the truck field, it feels like. Spencer Boyd, I've seen him. He won a truck race at Talladega a few years back. Timothy Baines in the 47 truck, rounding out your 36 truck field here tonight. So here we go. Ross Chastain in the number 41. Him and Kyle Busch in the 51 are going to be the top two, probably, in terms of at least guys to beat. Might not end up resulting in being 1-2 at the finish or even most of the night, but they are your two guys to watch, so. Oh, I didn't even realize Arca ran earlier, otherwise I would have streamed it. But yeah, here we go. So, say Tony Breidinger making her first NASCAR Truck Series start. She's an ARCA Series regular here. So, here we go. Yeah, first race driving that number one truck. We saw what Haley Deegan was able to do behind the wheel of that number one truck. I know it wasn't much, but she was able to do honestly admirable considering the lack of experience to some extent with how fast she was moving through the ranks at that point. Now I think she's taking a kind of a step back to kind of just kind of. Oh, here we go. We got the onboard camera. Not even sure who's on board that is. That's Matt Crafton. Okay. It's hard. There's so many Menards yellow type trucks out there. It's hard to keep them all straight. All right, so having to do the pit road speed all off of RPM looks like 38.3, 38.4 is about where you want to be for pit road speed. We'll have to wait and see, obviously, if we get that on board while we're doing green flag cycles. It'd be weird. It'd be kind of interesting to see how far some of these guys push it, and maybe even how they go over that pit speed limit. But yep. So Chastain going to the rear. Oh boy, that is going to be a nightmare for the field because he is not going to take time getting to the front of this field. We got 30 lap first stage. Wow, that is going to fly by. Yikes. Here we go. Hopefully everybody's having a fantastic night. I know I am. Of course, we're getting ready to sit down and watch some truck series racing, so I'm always happy whenever I get to see a NASCAR Truck Series race. Truck Xfinity Cup, it really doesn't matter to me, but yeah. Crafting going to the rear. That's another big name going to the rear of the field here. William Byron got on the pole, by the way, for the NASCAR Cup Series race tomorrow, which we will be covering from here. So, here we go. So, yeah, looking into some other ideas for potentially rain delay content as well. If you guys want to give me some suggestions, that'd be great because rain delays are one of the hardest parts to try and fill time because there's so much time potentially on a rain delay. But here we go. So we're getting bunched up and ready to go green here. Oh, man, it is really warm up here compared to my normal studio. I also don't know how it sounds, so let me know if the volume levels are all good and everything, but we should be good to go here. Pace truck's gonna be looking for cover, right? Oh no, they're still in turn 3. I thought they were further through the turn. So here we go. As the lights are off on the pace truck, that's a good thing. Here we go. Pace truck dives for cover, leaving the field in the hands of Christian Eckes in the 19 and Rowdy Bush in the number 51 truck on the outside. Eckes is off. Green flag is out. And we are racing in Kansas. And wow, Kyle Busch is already 3 wide on the outside, and he is going backwards, not forwards. That is not normal to see Kyle Busch 3 wide and going backwards here. But he is dropping like an absolute rock here on lap 1. He's already back 4, 5, 6 spots potentially. And he might even fall back further if he gets taken 4 wide here in a moment. But as we come to the end of lap 1, it looks like he's going to fire back a little bit on the outside. And he's actually not going to look to lose too many spots. I think he'll be 3rd at the line there. But again, he was not that good. He was not that far forward 2 seconds ago. Just a quick last minute run off the corner saved him. Yeah, he ended up being 3rd at the line there. So here we go. Let's say Hocevar in the 42. That's going to be an interesting one. And oh wow, they are 3 wide there, and there is not much room for Hocevar to try and find a way through the field here. So here we go. Oh, yep, Zane Smith and that's Infinger made some contact there. The GMS truck and the Front Row Motorsports truck for Zane Smith. So here we go. The 98 to the bottom of the racetrack. That's Majeski trying to look to the inside on. I think that's Infinger he was looking to the inside on. So here we go. Man, these guys, they are not taking it easy on anybody here. Oh, and going up. Oh, come on, Fox. Are you kidding me? Cutting away from a guy trying to make it 3 wide up the middle. And there we go, 3 wide. But Hocevar was just about to make it 3 wide on, I think it was Howard and Taylor Gray, sorry. I thought he was about to do it, and don't know how it worked because we cut away and we haven't gotten a look at it. I mean, clearly it didn't go too badly because we haven't had a caution for whatever happened. But yeah. Let's say Dean Thompson is showing quite a bit of pace. That is compared to what we've seen from him before. Although I think he's technically driving for Tricon now, so in theory, that's what used to be Kyle Busch Motorsports. We would expect that competition level to be higher. But there we go. They're running those RPMs on the Crafton truck. He's made up quite a few spots. Went from 35th to 22nd so far. That's a lot of gain to make. Oh, Ben Rhodes, your 2021 Truck Series champion, goes and makes a pass on Eckes, trying to make this trying to make this battle for the lead interesting here. So here we go. Eckes on the inside. Ben Rhodes on that number outside. Or Ben Rhodes on the number 99 on the outside. But the more those two battle, the more Kyle Busch gets let back into this conversation. So looks like he didn't have a very good launch in the on the restart, but he is certainly coming into play here as we get to the later points in this stage, as we're now 10 laps in. All right, here we go. So let's see. It's going to be Kyle Busch coming up behind Eckes. Let's see what's going on here. But yeah, Ben Rhodes is trying to pull away right now from the field. He's just trying to gap himself before he knows Kyle Busch is going to be coming. I think he either heard it from his spotter or saw it in his mirror, but he knows that 51 is the big threat coming from behind. Eckes seems to have some good short run speed, but it seems to already be failing here early in the it's already seeming to be failing him in the early run here as we hit 10 laps in, and we have and they're sending it to a commercial break, which means we are going to lose sight of the track. Yay. So here we go. How's everybody doing tonight, though? I didn't get to put in a pre-race pick, but I'll take Kyle Busch. He's the nice, easy pick here. He's my personal favorite driver, so I like to see him win. Although I'd like to see a truck regular do it. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Hopefully you guys are excited for this. I know I am. Of course, tomorrow's NASCAR Cup Series race is going to be pretty good. Although I've been saying this all week, this weekend should have been NASCAR's first Saturday night event for the year. I think a night race at Kansas plays way better than a day race. No, did I kick the webcam? It's fine. Not exactly where I wanted it, but it'll do. Just try not to kick it again. So here we go. Yeah, how is everybody's night going? Yeah, just waiting to see the track again. Based on the leaderboard, Kyle Busch has still not been able to make his pass here on the driver of the number 19. He hasn't been able to pass Eckes yet. Chase Purdy also appears to be right there based on, again, timing and scoring being the only thing we have to go on, which is really only calculated at the line. And as we saw at the first lap of this race, speeds at the line don't really mean a ton. All right, so here we go, Kansas Speedway. So here we go, here we go. Hopefully you guys are excited for a nice, good race. Of course, we're now passing the halfway point in stage number 1. So halfway through stage number 1 already. 134 laps total in the race. So, oh, there we go. Busch did get by Eckes at some point while they were coming back from commercial there. And Kyle, yeah, he has got a mission. His mission is that number 1 spot on the podium. And yeah, he is on his way to fight with Ben Rhodes for that spot. Now, I think Ben Rhodes will put up a fight. Not to mention, I think that Thor Sport truck is a menace to try and deal with. But we'll have to wait and see, obviously, if he's able to make something happen here. Zane Smith up into that top three. So, ironically, the only driver in the top three that doesn't have a Truck Series championship is Kyle Busch. Imagine that. Imagine out of all the success Kyle Busch has had, he is the only driver in the top five not with a truck that does not have a truck championship, or in the top three. I mean, that doesn't have a truck championship. But yeah, man, always a fun stat to pull up. I still think Kyle, when he eventually retires, will go to trucks to try and chase that elusive truck championship because it will put him as the only driver to have won all three. Now, he might end up becoming the first driver to win, or he might end up becoming the second driver to win all three because I think Brad Keselowski might try and open up a truck team for RFK before when he retires, which may come before Kyle retires. It's hard to really tell with retirement ages for NASCAR guys these days, but here we go. Chase Purdy making a move around the outside there on Christian Eckes, so another one of those KBM trucks starting to make some moves towards the front of the field. So, wow. I'm gonna say whoever is on Purdy's radio is livid. Yeah, whoever is on Chase Purdy's radio is off the is off his rocker. I mean, seriously. Certainly, he seems to think that the 19 was slowing down the 4 car. Oh, we got a spin. We got a spin. It is the number 20 car, and we have got a yellow flag. Yellow flag is out. For Nick Lietz. Lietz? Don't think it's Lietz. Lietz. I think it's Lietz. But yeah, here we go, and it looks like just got loose off the corner and went around. Didn't look like any help from anybody in particular. I mean, hard to really tell sometimes, but so here we go. By the way, for any of you guys interested in the thing I mentioned last week, I'm gonna be doing over the next 2 weeks or so. I'm gonna be doing an AI racing tournament between all the NASCAR Cup drivers currently in the playoff picture as of the end of April. So technically, it's before I did the lineup before the Dover race, and I've just been having problems with the internet to get iRacing to actually work. So that's the reason for the holdup. But hopefully, those should be on the way this week. But yeah, so quick update about that. Hopefully, that will satisfy anyone who was curious about that, and also let everybody else know kind of what is going on with that. All right. So yeah, I mean, man, it is really warm in here compared to my normal studio. which is weird because the outside temperature is only 65 degrees. So here we go. Let's see. So who's everybody thinking is gonna win this race? I know it's still early, but hey, I'm gonna say honestly, the fight for the stage one is gonna be interesting. I mean, I think if you have another quick caution like off of this restart, I think you have someone like Kyle Busch, who isn't really caring about the championship. He can pit and try and take advantage of it, but we'll have to wait and see. Because it will ultimately kind of depend here on that one. But hopefully, yeah, everybody's enjoying this one. We're gonna have a pretty good race tonight, and hopefully a great race tomorrow. Again, I kind of wish the F1 and NASCAR weren't at the same time. Otherwise, I'd try and cover both. Like again, it just kind of comes back to the whole thing of that. I feel like NASCAR shouldn't be trying to go head to head with F1 because F1 with no commercials is going to outdo NASCAR on most platforms. So, and for most age demographics, because people are tired of commercials. But yeah. So right now though, it's going pretty good. Oh, I'm very quiet. Okay. Trying to. I say I couldn't really tell because yeah, my mic is a lot further away from me than it normally is. So let me give this a try. All right, there we go. Is that a little bit better? Oh, Ben Rhodes is coming down pit road to forsake the points. That I did not expect to see. Okay, Ben Rhodes' team apparently no debate there on going for points. So good job on them for knowing what they wanted, I guess. Not what I would have picked, but I guess that's why they get paid the big bucks, though, right? All right, here we go. Let's try and see if that's a little bit. So you said it's a little bit better. I'm gonna try and see if I can try and get this to pick up my audio a little bit better. It's just kind of hard because it's like trying to figure out exactly. Let's say either I can talk louder, but I'd like to try and get it to figure out a little bit better anyway. All right, let's see. Is that a little bit better? I don't really know what I'm doing with some of these settings. All right, let's try 150% volume. All right, there we go. Is that a little bit better? Oh, there we go. Let's see. Is that? Yeah. Well, hey. Looking forward to a great season for you, Patrick, over in your street stock there at Stafford Speedway. Looking forward to hearing about how it's going as we are covering stuff from all the way up here. But yep, here we go. So Ty Majeski was apparently supposed to pit, but he stayed out. That's weird to think that he and say. So it sounds like it was miscommunication that led to him staying out. But yeah, all right. Well, hey, maybe he'll luck his way into a lot of points here. But again, it seems like getting through the pack is going to be tough. So we'll have to wait and see how that is. All right, Keystone. By the way, is the audio a little bit better? I upped the volume level, so hopefully you guys can hear me better now without me having to yell too much. But yeah, okay. So Zane Smith, um, Purdy, Eckes, and Majeski are the first four staying out, and then Jake Garcia also stayed out here in P5 there. Corey Heim, Brennan Poole, the other drivers to have stayed out. So there we go. All right, much better. Good. Okay, so we'll be ready for this restart. And the choose cone, which I believe they're going to be doing choose cone this time, as the pace truck is losing pace to whoever that was. Oh, must have been a lap truck going by, because there's Zane Smith, the race leader. And are we doing all bottom? Like, they must not be a choose cone. Yeah, they must not be doing choose cone this time by, because they are all going below that yellow V. And now there's a few drivers running it over. So, yeah, it's definitely not going this time. So we'll be going one more time around it. Well, at least two more times around. Cause one more time before we get the choose cone. But yeah. So that means we're going to be going green with two to go. We're going to be doing a green-white checker here for the stage. We're going to be launching this thing with 2 laps to go here to this stage break. That's going to be insane. So here we go. Oh, man. That was a big yawn. But, ooh. That looks like a really cool movie or TV series. Focusing on dirt racing. That would be interesting. But yeah. Let me know if you guys would like to see me try and cover some more dirt racing stuff. I know a lot of it happens really late at night for the features, so it's kind of hard to cover. But maybe something like Knoxville Nationals, some of the bigger main events I can cover at least. But yeah. So Zane Smith went inside. Chase Purdy went to the outside. Eckes inside. Majeski outside. Garcia went to the outside. Then Corey Heim inside. Brennan Poole takes the outside. Kyle Busch will be 4th car on the inside line. Yeah, say the 24 car on the pole for the Cup Series race with say it's interesting. Curious to see how good those Hendrick cars are, considering how much Toyota really dominated this race last year. Um, So it's going to be a 2-lap shootout here for the points. 2 laps, and then we will be having points being awarded here. So, Patrick, who's your early race pick? Who's your pick for the win? So here we go. Zane Smith trying to get his second stage win of the season. You got Chase Purdy up here as well. I think Zane Smith will hold him off for this stage, but let's see what's going to happen here. Green flag. Green flag is out, and they are racing at Kansas for 2 laps, and then we will be back. And they are 3 wide almost immediately. Chase Purdy on the outside, and is that Kyle Busch? Yeah, Kyle Busch on the inside, making it 3 wide here. KB or Majeski. Okay, so not a lot of confidence in Zane Smith, which, hey, fair enough. Kyle Busch has already made his way from 8th to 1st. from eighth or from seventh to first, I guess, because he was on the inside there. But he has made his way to second place here as we take the white flag here, and new tires are showing a lot of success. Here we go. Come on. Hold him off, Zane. You need the playoff point. Hold off Kyle Busch. Come on. I know Kyle Busch was my pre-race pick, but I want to see Zane Smith hold him off, but looks like old tires are just not a threat here. So no, Zane Smith will not get it. It will go Kyle Busch and Ben Rhodes the top two as they come across the line. Zane Smith third, Infinger fourth, Chase Purdy fifth. Raja Caruth got sixth place. Seventh, Ankrum. Eighth, Corey Heim. Ninth, Carson Hocevar, and rounding out your top 10, Haley Deegan getting herself another stage point here after all the chaos that I'm sure happened in that lap, but we were kind of all focused on the front of the field here for the moment. But yeah, that was a chaotic little bit though. And we go to a commercial break since we're at a yellow flag. Makes sense. Majeski ends up being the first driver, by the way, to miss out on stage points. So again, as I mentioned, Majeski, I said it might have been a great strategy if he could hold on to the points. He doesn't hold on to the points. The first 12 gyms in Pokemon are done. There aren't 12 gyms. There's 8. Are you talking about like some of? You must be counting some of the Titan Pokemon and the Team Raid bosses as well being cleared. No, you don't want that 38 looking good. Huh. I thought number 38 was your favorite number to see running well. Or is that only when you drive? I know which driver you're really hoping doesn't do well though tonight, Patrick, and we both know your least favorite driver in this truck series because he's back. And for everybody who doesn't know, including Patrick, because he might not know that this guy is in the race tonight, but yeah, Patrick in particular does not like Johnny Sauter, who is driving the 04 tonight for that's normally the truck that Corey Roper drives. But yeah, it's now for tonight it's Johnny Sauter's truck to run. So yep. Yeah, Patrick already knew the 04. Yep. That is the one car you don't want to see succeed because for whatever reason you don't like let's see. Where do we Johnny Sauter is currently 23rd place. So there we go. Yep. Fun times. So yeah, pretty good race through the first stage. Let's see. Stage 2 is another 30 laps, so it'll be 60 laps down when they get through it. So USFL stuff going on tomorrow. But yep. So here we go. Hopefully everybody's excited for the restart. Wow, Kyle Busch is the only non-truck regular to earn points in this or to finish in the top 10 for this stage. Ah, okay, that's why you and you don't like Johnny Sauter. Okay, well, hey, fair enough. Everybody's got a reason. Yeah, hey, fair point. You have a decent reason for not liking him. So here we go. All those drivers that didn't pit at the end of stage 1 are coming down pit road now. I'm curious to see how this second stage plays out. Now that we've got some of those drivers that are going to be on slightly fresher tires that we saw going backwards there on that restart. Majeski and Zane Smith, I could see very much flying to the front. Same thing, Corey Heim and Chase Purdy. I could see those two also flying forward. All right, so here we go. Oh, Corey Heim's still on pit road. Uh-oh. Hopefully everything's okay. Okay, he's rolling off now. So are they going to do another commercial break here before we go green? Because if so, I might go use the bathroom real quick. Yep, they're going to a commercial break, so I'm going to go use the bathroom real quick, and I will be right back. All right, I'm back, and we are here for it. Indianapolis Colts, I think we have to wait and see on that one. Considering it's a brand new quarterback and a brand new head coach, I think we really have to wait and see on that one. But yeah, certainly don't know about that one yet. We can't judge quite yet. Similarly with the Dolphins, I say with a quarterback who can barely stay healthy, we don't really know how they are. But here we go. We're back to green flag racing here in Kansas, and Kyle Busch on the inside. He was your saying it looks like Ben Rhodes might have chosen the inside to just try and work with him to try and beat the outside lane, although only Kyle Busch was able to actually clear the outside lane before the inside lane just kind of faded backwards. So here we go. Is that Grant Infinger up at the front? Okay. Infinger doing well. Getting up there to the front. Say, someone in the back got a little squirrely. So here we go. Hopefully you guys are excited for the end of it, or for the second stage of this race. I know I am. Any team I like, you must hate. Why is that? I mean, let's say, I know you and I probably have different taste in baseball teams, but hey, doesn't mean. Hey, you know what? If you want to be wrong of your own choice, that is completely your choice. But Indianapolis Colts is hopefully going to start turning it around. Red Sox looking all right to start the year. And yeah, Kyle Busch looking very good in this NASCAR race, although Grant Infinger putting up a really good challenge here on the inside. Grant Infinger. Wow. Nice to see him running well finally. I felt like it took that GMS truck a while to get competitive, but hey, he's here and he is competing for this lead. And he is now your race leader, Grant Infinger. So here we go. We got 9 people in the stream. Welcome everybody. Leave a like on the stream so that hopefully more people can find it and have some fun with us. But yeah, right now though, Grant Infinger, he got the lead from Kyle Busch. We've seen this story before though. Kyle Busch, although usually about 10 laps in, this is when he hit his stride last time, not when he kind of stopped, when he started free falling. He also did a lot better job at not free falling through the field like he did the first time, this time around. Yeah. No, Keystone. No. That baseball team can go right out of the league, please. But yeah. Yep. Nope. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! I was about to take a drink of water, and Haley Deacon just got squirrely off the front end of Carson Hosevar's car. Wow, here we go. That was hairy there. Yeah, Haley Deegan slid up the track and then got off the nose of crossed over the front of Hosevar's nose, and just as he got there, it kind of shook her car loose there and went for a bit of a slide. So here we go. So here we go. Welcome everybody who's tuning in on the stream. We're glad to have you, and we're hoping for a pretty good finish of this Truck Series race. We're about halfway through stage 2 now. So far, we've had one caution for contact. It was the number 20 truck of the out of Young's Motorsport. If I'm remembering the team name correctly, they haven't really been relevant since their big win with Spencer Boyd a few years ago. But yeah. So here we go. I'm surprised Kyle Busch hasn't really made much of a charge at Infinger yet, and they're going to commercial break as we're hitting the halfway point in this stage. So means we get to kind of talk about hopefully. Oh, we actually go side by side, so we get to see some on track stuff while they go. Even though I think for the most part they've kind of settled down for the moment. I think if Kyle Busch thinks this stage is gonna go green, I think he will wait to really hit the attack late. But Patrick, so which gyms have you done in the Pokemon game? Since I know you mentioned you had beaten 12 of them, although there aren't 12. Curious to see which ones you chose to go for first, since there's not really a set order to go in. Welcome everybody to the stream. Yeah, right now the NASCAR Truck Series is at a commercial break, side by side, so we got a small picture-in-picture, and right now there just isn't much of a challenge going on. They aren't showing any kind of battle for position, really. Looks like Ty Majeski. Oh, wait. Why is he showing... When did Majeski get to second? Majeski's up to second? I did not see that. When did Ty Majeski get to second over Kyle Busch? Kyle Busch now dropping back to fourth? Why is Ty Majeski suddenly starting to slide through the field? And we got a spin. We got a tire flat there on the 02, it looks like. Another Young's Motorsport machine. So, yeah, that's a spin. And that's going to be a yellow flag here for the NASCAR Truck Series. Kyle Busch ended up third at the time of caution. And, again, I think at this point, if you stayed out at that, if you pit at that first stage, I think you might want to consider trying to stay out here to try and save yourself the set of tires. Or at the very least, I think, again, especially if you're not going for points, so mainly this time about Kyle Busch. But, yeah, I think anybody who doesn't really care about the points too much should probably pit here to try and, again, get a good set, a perfectly sticker set of tires for the restart to start stage 3, and then obviously to go in and end, and then you'll have your one pit stop in stage 3 where you'll have a fresh set. So it was Chris Wright in the 02 there going for the spin. And it was the 02, not the 20. That was my bad there. So yeah, so that was the 02 that went for the spin. And yeah, Chris Wright was the driver again. Didn't really hit anything hard, which is really nice that we haven't seen anyone really hit anything super hard for these two yellows that we've seen. It's just kind of been harmless spins almost. So, yeah. But yeah, I would try and preserve the set of stickers if I'm racing for with the idea that I can win this race. And if that's my big focus. Now, if my focus is gain points here, like let's say Infinger, who I know is probably near that cutoff line, Raja Karuth, who is where is Karuth? I haven't actually looked at truck points in a little while because they had the off week last week. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, so if I'm Zane Smith, Corey Heim, Eckes, or Hocevar, I'm gonna stay out at this yellow. Now, in terms of points, let's see. Majeski, maybe you also stay out here, but the bigger thing is going to be the playoff cut line. You have Matt DiBenedetto, who's in with Chase Purdy and Sanchez on the outside looking in. So yeah, Hocevar with his win is in, even though okay, so Chastain comes into pit. I don't know. Again, if I'm thinking about this as I need to get points, I'm pitting here. So Infinger making the right call, I think. Okay, so 23 is actually in better position than I thought he was on points. He's actually sixth in points here. So yeah, again, I think Chase Purdy, he should stay out. Sanchez, haven't really heard anything from Sanchez, or not. Purdy and Sanchez should have pit. Garcia probably should have pit. But yeah, I think Majeski, Rhodes, and then Zane Smith, Corey Heim, and Hocevar. I think those are your guys who probably would be your candidates to potentially stay out, along with Eckes to try and go for the race win versus trying to go for the points. But again, what do I know? But yeah, so that's kind of a brief rundown on basically who I think should have come into the pits. We'll have to wait and see, obviously, if any of what I said actually comes to fruition. So here we go. So it looks like it's showing Majeski as the race leader. I don't know how accurate my leaderboard is right now. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that one. Oh man, it's starting to get a little tired here. So here we go. I guess we'll put up a quick little poll here. Just figure this will be a nice, quick one. So yeah, so will Grant Infinger end up winning stage number 2? He came in for tires, so he's gonna be coming on those new tires. But yeah, so there we go. We'll see who ends up getting this one right and who gets it wrong. And I accidentally when I was typing in there, I guess it cut my camera away. But yeah. So we're back, and yeah, curious to see what you guys think on whether or not Grant Infinger will win this stage. We'll just see how these. I'm basically just kind of experimenting with some polls here. Might try and experiment with them some more, but yeah, for right now, just trying to get an idea of how they're working. So yeah, so we'll end it after the we get this thing, but we should hopefully be. Yep, the lights are off on the pace truck, so they've already done the choose cone, and we're getting ready here. Getting ready to go green. So hopefully everybody's excited here as we are getting ready for another short run restart here to the end of the stage. So again, Majeski staying out. That's a little odd to see him so comfortable staying out. Because so top 15. So 15 drivers stayed out. That's going to be tough for Grant Enfinger to come through in one lap. Or not in one lap. Sorry, he's going to have 6 laps to do it. But yeah, Enfinger, he's going to have a lot further to go this time than Kyle Busch did last time to go from pitting to winning the stage. But here we go. Of course, poll is there if you guys want to try and go for the question. See if you guys can get the right answer. Although, again, we don't really know what the right answer is going to be. And here we go. Whoa, Heim making a big move there on Kyle Busch. Looks like, again, Kyle Busch a little bit poor on the restart here. Meanwhile, a lot of these drivers coming from the back are looking like they've got some real speed here to contend. Let's see, Enfinger, he is into the top 10. But Corey Heim is flying. I think that question might be over here because Corey Heim does not look like he is going to get passed very easily as he just rocketed to the lead. Oh, we got Colby Howard with a tire down. That's not going to be good. Hopefully that will keep it green. Otherwise, this stage might end under yellow, and I don't want to see that. As we have Majeski going for the lead here on Corey Heim. And Kyle Busch trying to get by or trying to hold off his teammate and just completely plummeting through the field. Enfinger he's up to 5th. He's up to 6th, 6th place for Grant Enfinger. So here we go. Gonna be chaotic here as we come to the end of this stage. But man, Raja Caruth putting up a pretty good fight against the defending Truck Series champion there, Zane Smith. Uh-oh. There we go. We lost the stream there for a moment, but looks like we're back. But there we go. Raja getting challenged now by his teammate Grant Enfinger, and there is no contest there for Grant Enfinger. He just flies by his teammate and sets his sights on the top 2 as we take the white flag in the stage. It is 1 lap to go. Can Grant Enfinger take stage 2, or will he come up short? It looks like a tall task here. But Grant Enfinger, he is in position. He could try and make this fight happen. Let's see, though. Majeski is slow, but Corey Heim might be the roadblock that slows up Enfinger just enough, and it will be Enfinger coming home second to Ty Majeski. So Majeski, Enfinger, Corey Heim, Caruth, and Zane Smith. So Caruth ends up winning the fight over Corey Heim for that one. Dean Thompson gets a point? Wow. So Kyle Busch drifted all the way back to 17th? Yikes. Oh, and a little bit of contact with the wall there in the middle of all that, too. Man. So he, so 99 of Rhodes got into the back of Kyle Busch there, causing a little bit of damage. So that's not good. So here we go. We're through now 60 laps. So we got about, looks like 74 to go, I think. 74. So it will be a race to the checkers here. I will say it's nice to see Raja Caruth looking pretty good too here. here we go. So here we go. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the race so far. I hope I'm adding to it by streaming this. But here we go. We got a pretty good race though, Bruin. Again, we got some interesting tire strategy. I'm curious to see what everybody does going into the final 74 laps here of stage number 3. Again, I think everybody who didn't pit for tires there, easily it's going to be a pit stop. I think Kyle Busch, you maybe even take the extra time, make sure you get that thing repaired. Because he looked like he had a rocket ship once he got going. And again, on a 74 lap run, it's likely that you have a long run coming up next. Now, whether that gets interrupted near the end to give us a short run to the checkers, who knows? But a long run, if you can lap some of the field before that eventual yellow comes, that'll be a thing. But here we go. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the race. Of course, tomorrow we got the NASCAR Cup Series. And that's going to be a fun show to watch. The NASCAR Cup Series at Kansas. So, points earned today, you have Grant Enfinger at the top of the list. Alright, so Carruth getting third most stage points today. Corey Heim getting quite a few. Majeski earned 10. Ben Rhodes 9. So some pretty good stage point days for a lot of these drivers. So here we go. But yeah, I mean, again, like when it comes to this whole situation for Kyle Busch drifting back, it'll come down to the damage. I think ultimately they're gonna be okay, but that's mostly because of the confidence I have in Kyle Busch over the years. So here we go. So yeah, Patrick, do we got an update on how your Pokemon game's going? Yeah. Oh man, here we go. Oh, here we go, people. So now it's pit stop time. So Ty Majeski coming for his pit stop. Raja Karut. So it's interesting to see drivers who I thought some of these guys pit at the end of the stage. So it's curious to see, or I thought they pit just before the end of the stage. So curious to see any of them potentially on pit road again. We'll have to wait and see if any of them actually were on pit road, but because maybe I'm just remembering wrong as to who pit, but yeah. Okay, so Raja Cruz went from the 24th lap all the way through the through lap 60. So I mean, a couple of yellows there to help stretch the fuel a little bit, but he was able to make it a decent way on his fuel and tires. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Kind of wish I could actually put up a poll where people could, because like on Twitch, I know that you can use your polls and you can actually have people bet their channel points um for to try and on who they think is gonna win. Like in particular, I could put it up like, okay, does a defending does a former truck champion end up winning the does a truck champion end up winning this race? 'Cause I think it's an interesting question because we do have quite a few truck champions in the field, but then you also have guys like Chastain and Kyle Busch, who I don't think either one of them is a truck champion. You also have some fast cars like Zane Smith, though, and Zane Smith, Ty Majeski, and whatchamacallit, and Ben Rhodes, two of which are truck champions, and the other one has not won a truck championship, but again, they're all very fast and have been right up there near the front most of the day. So here we go. Waiting for them to get back from commercial break. But we've had a pretty good stream so far. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. I know I certainly have. If we get another commercial before they go green, I'll probably go grab another water because I am starting to get thirsty and man, it is warm in here. But here we go. We're getting ready for this final stage to start, though. We got 68 laps remaining. So we're right about at halfway here in stage. We're right about halfway in the race itself as we hit this one. Oop, I just dropped my AirPod. Give me a second, guys. Here we go. So, Grant Enfinger. It's going to be curious to see him staying out here. I don't kind of want to know. Hey, Fox, I know you guys are probably not listening here as we take the exact halfway point in the race as we go green. Oh, whoa, there. 3 wide there, almost 4 wide. So here we go. But yeah, when it comes to the the broadcast, I would love to see a list of how many sets of tires each team has used. I mean, because or a list of more importantly how many tires they have left. Because I feel like there's some of these teams that we've seen stay out repeatedly, and potentially they have one, maybe two sets of tires left for the end of the race. Potentially, also, who is banking on this being their last set of tires? I think that'd be a really bold and honestly kind of stupid strategy, but wouldn't put it past some teams trying it. Here we go. So Dean Thompson trying to make it three wide here on Ankrum and Eckes. So again, that's a couple of young guys there trying to fight it out, which is kind of the theme of the Truck Series, honestly, at this point, is young guys, because most of these drivers are in their first or second kind of competitive season of any racing, or at least any high level racing. There's a few veterans, in particular, like Rhodes has been around for a while. Majeski has been racing competitively for a while, but he hasn't really had a top tier opportunity. The last time he was in anything in NASCAR, it was the number. It was that number 60 in the or anything on any sort of consistent basis. It was number 60 for Roush and Xfinity, which that was the one of the worst performances from a team. But that's because they were rotating between three very young, very inexperienced drivers. Oh, Majeski! Oh, whoa! What the? Raja Karuth and Majeski tangle here early in the stage, and I don't know what happened to Raja. What happened? So Raja Karuth makes that block and ends up torn up. He should not. He should have stopped coming up the track, assuming that that's what caused him to turn. Now, if the 98 put a wheel input into his quarter panel, it could have caused the 24 to come up the track the rest of the way. But again, we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, they're both okay. Again, I'm assuming that they probably are, because again, we've seen very violent crashes before, but you just never know. So here we go. Yeah, not very good for Raja. Again, where was he in points? Because I tend to remember him not being very good in points here. Let's see. Looking for 24, 24, 24, 24. Where is? Oh, there's Raja. He's 18th in truck points. So yeah, he needs points if he wants a shot at pointing his way to the playoffs. He is going to need to get some points. But yeah, I mean, again, until we get an in-car shot from that 99, we won't really know for sure what happened, or until we hear from Raja. Because if Raja kind of tells on himself that it was a late block, I think that eliminates most of the doubt there. Here we go. So yeah, that sun is definitely down now in Kansas, which we haven't really seen. So we kind of seen the transition now. I think it's gonna settle in for its kind of final transition here on the time. So here we go. So yeah, we're only an hour into this race, which is kind of impressive. If you have two sets of tires, I think you pit. And say if you've been irrelevant most of the day and you're not in the top 10 now, I think you make this pit call. But again, unless you have two sets of tires, because I wouldn't want to use my last set on this. Somebody tried it. So Chase Purdy, and is that the 98? That looks like, yep, 98 of Majeski, who we just saw involved in that. It looks like Ben Rhodes as well in the back there. Hard to tell who else might be coming to pit road. All right, so some of these drivers aren't taking fuel here at this stop. So again, kind of the question mark for me was kind of if you pit for tires here, potentially even a qualifying scuff or kind of a scuff from earlier in the weekend. That's the other problem with this kind of racing is that you don't, or the amount of practice that they have is that they don't really have qualifying scuffs, or they don't have practice scuffs because they can't scuff it. So here we go. So here we go. All right, here we go. How's everybody doing? Okay, who's everybody thinking? Maybe if you has your opinion changed maybe on who you think is gonna win this race? Because again, I think a lot of stuff has happened. That wreck from Kyle Busch, not exactly exuding confidence here. But yep. So again, it's kind of a weird situation here in terms of the race. But yeah. So here we go. So yeah, we're just kind of waiting through this commercial break, and it is so hot in here. Yeah, I really need a fan, and I'm gonna need one tomorrow for sure. Here we go. Man, so hot. But yeah, so hopefully everybody's enjoying this. Again, I'm looking forward to the end of this race, and we are back from commercial break. Finally, commercials are agonizing in terms of the light. But yeah. Of course, if you guys are excited for the finish of the race, leave a like on it. Of course, subscribe. We're still on our journey towards 200 or 2,250 subscribers here by the end of the month of May. Again, that's kind of my goal. And we have Nick Sanchez on the outside, the front row here. Infinger takes the inside. De Benedetto and host of our share row 2. Row 3 is Eckes and Dean Thompson sharing row 3. So here we go. So we're waiting to see who's going to end up winning this thing. There's a lot of contenders that are mid to back of the pack now. And there's going to be some chaos, I feel. So here we go. Here we go. $56 laps left. So here we go. That bottom line is looking very well organized. Whoa, we got issues! And Matt Benedetto piles up. Hocevar in the middle of all that. Not sure who else. Dean Thompson looks like he's piled up. Christian Eckes, and I have no idea what started that. That was chaotic to start this, to restart this one. When we go to a commercial break, I'm probably going to grab some water and probably a bathroom break real quick, but we'll have to wait and see again when and if they end up throwing a commercial break in here. But man, that was a quick wreck, though. Curious as to what caused all that, because it looked like the Benedetto ended up spinning, but we don't know what caused him to spin. So here we go. We'll have to wait and see again for replays on this one, but man, that's a bummer for the 25 and the 4 car. They both looked so strong early, and now they are out of the race. Same thing with Eckes. He is climbing out of his truck, which is always a good sign. Nice to see them climb out and able to walk out on their own. But here we go. So yeah, Dean Thompson, again, he's another one that was in position for his first win, or even a solid points day. If a win wasn't necessarily in the cards, he had a shot at a good points day. All right, here we go. Restart. Looks like. Hard to really deem who was at fault there, because the 19 was definitely on his rear bumper the whole time, pretty much. But the 25 did come down the track, kind of forcing it to be worse than it was. But yeah. But yeah, it's hard to really assign too much blame in that wreck. But yeah, it looked like it was on Benedetto kind of moving up and down. Although, because yeah, again, Eckes was making the move to the inside, and Benedetto was the one trying to block. So I would say the blame is probably, I'd say 25%, 25-75 on Matt Benedetto versus Christian Eckes. So, oh, here we go. Onboard camera from, they're on board with a guy running like 20th. Who cares? It's not a big deal. But Daniel Dye got through it. But yeah, here we go. So trying to see if we had any others we can see in the carnage, and yeah, no, there just wasn't really a good option, a good angle to kind of see who all got collected as well. So Tanner Gray, it looks like, makes a hard dive to the left and gets around all those trucks kind of wadded up near the top of the racetrack before they come down the track with what ultimately ends up collecting the four truck. So here we go. So Kyle Busch looks to have gotten through unscathed, which is nice to see. So yeah, Kyle Busch kind of got the benefit of being on pit roads late because early yellow means that he wasn't even fully caught up to the field, so he was able to actually hold off. But yeah, so far though, definitely a interesting race. This stage is starting to get this thing amped up. Hopefully, you guys are excited. I know I certainly am. As we get ready for the end of this race. So yeah, so they're trying to get those two trucks separated, but yeah, again, it looks like it was a 5 truck incident ultimately with Hocevar, DeBenedetto, Eckes, Dean Thompson, and Chase Purdy being the guys involved. We'll have to wait and see if anybody else ends up arising as from damage from this wreck, which is very possible because a wreck in the middle of the field doesn't usually get that kind of wreck, kind of damage. And here we go. Raja Karut there talking with here. But yeah, here we go. But yeah, here we go. Sorry, I'm just really tired right now, but and the temperature is not helping this. I definitely need some water, and it looks like my neighbors are home. So hopefully you guys are excited. Again, we're getting ready for the end of this race. So there we go. Kyle was getting tuned up on his race car. But here we go. You know, we've seen a lot of yellows here in a very short space of time here in the NASCAR camping or NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series here. But yeah, so far we have not really seen though a. But yeah, here we go. So they're not doing a commercial break here during this yellow. That's impressive. No commercial breaks. Like, oh wait, no, yeah, there we go. They're cutting to a commercial now. So I'm gonna really quickly go use the bathroom, grab a drink, and hopefully you guys will be here when we get back. So don't go anywhere, everybody. here we go. We're back. Oh, bump the green screen a bit. But here we go. They are back to racing here at Kansas. Looks like we didn't have much of a change at the front. Sanchez and Infinger leading this thing back into the back into turn one there. Sanchez holding tough though on the outside and on those. Oh, whoa! Stuart Friesen to the inside, 3 wide for the race lead. So Stuart Friesen is still able to hold on, but again, off these corners, that top line, it is going to be a rocket ship. Although Stuart Friesen able to side draft there and able to get a little bit of an edge there. Sanchez going to be looking for a push, but he doesn't really get one. Stuart Friesen leading this race here. Corey Heim now looking to the inside on Stuart Friesen. Corey Heim looks to clear him for the race lead. Corey Heim now your new race leader here in Kansas as we get, I think it's 47 to go this time. So, a lot of leapfrogging here. So, I say, you lead 1 lap, I lead 1 lap, he leads 1 lap. Everybody leads a lap. Hey, Taylor Gray in that number 17 truck. He is all the way up into the top 10. Chastain's up into the top 10. Daniel Dye up into the top 10 after all that. So, a lot of shuffling up in the field right now. Haley Deegan just on the outside of the top 10. But yeah, right now though, Zane Smith fighting with Stuart Friesen for that second spot here. And say Sanchez ends up getting to the back bumper of the 38, but they can't go anywhere with it. Hard to go somewhere when you got that, when you're right in the back bumper of that 52 truck. There we go. Zane Smith goes to the inside and gets around Friesen here this time. But right now, here we go. Kyle Busch, he is still in the middle of the pack. Where is he at? He is outside the top 20 right now, but again, hopefully he can start to find his way through. Wait. No, Kyle Busch, sorry, he's not outside the top 20. He's up to 12. I thought he was outside the top 20, but no, he's up in the top 15, and he's looking for that top 10 here shortly. As he is trying to make it 3 wide there, but there is not enough room on the outside of Tyler Ankrum, certainly not without getting yourself wrecked potentially with a late block, which you don't want here. So here we go. Man, we are having a fantastic restart here. 43 laps to go here as they're talking with Christian Eckes here. Would love to hear this one. Okay, so yeah, late block, and he tried to make a move as well. So again, I think it was probably 75-25, and oh, we got another wreck here. This time it's Chris Wright in the 0-2 going around. So Chris Wright in the 0-2 around for the second time today, and brings out the second yellow for him of the day, the 7th overall caution for the day, and man. What happened to him? Because that front end looks rough. I just don't know what happened. Yeah, I'd be hard pressed to not put those tires on. I'd like to see someone try it. I'd like to see someone not take tires now and expect for a caution in, say, 10 to 15 laps. If you can get a caution in that range, you can absolutely win this race, and you could look like a genius, or you could look like an idiot if you don't pit and it goes green the whole way and you're multiple laps down. So we'll have to wait and see which one these guys end up being. But again, I'd like to imagine that these crew chiefs know a little bit about what they're doing. Again, I'd like to see the little tracker for how many tires each team has left to see. Because if any team has 2 sets of tires left, what are you doing? Why did you not put on tires to that last pit stop? So I've got to imagine every team has 1 or 0 sets of tires left. So we'll have to wait and see, obviously, on who all pits. But again, I think pretty much every team that has them should come and get them. But I want to see somebody risk it. Somebody who's in the Truck Series full time and is racing only for the win, basically, to try and get to the playoffs. I mean, someone like a Raja Karuth or someone who's just back in like 20th place in truck points. I mean, Haley Deegan could be an option to try that. Wouldn't want to see Sanchez try that because I think he's a lot closer to the cut line. Maybe Taylor Gray. Daniel Dye, I could see maybe trying that kind of strategy. Again, if he has the tires available. Majeski, having only 14 laps on his tires, I think he might be the first truck that is out of tires even, potentially. But I think regardless, Majeski will probably be the first driver to stay out. Whether he's out of tires or whether it's just the fact that his tires only have 14 laps on them. That looks like a lot of cars coming down, and I don't think I saw. Yep, looks like pretty much everybody on pit road. So yeah, the entire truck field here comes down to pit road, and yeah, poor Chris Wright. Sad to see a driver involved in not 1 but 2 crashes on the night. That is definitely not the most common of situations here. Yeah, I haven't seen if they showed a replay of the hit yet or not. Let's say if they did, maybe I just missed it while I was talking about the pit strategy. But yeah, it definitely could have been a lot worse. Anytime the driver is able to walk away, we know it could have been a whole lot worse. Zane Smith, the first car off pit road with the race lead here. Kyle Busch, though, he is up into that top 10. So Kyle Busch is 8th here. Ready to go green. So here we go. In less than 40 laps to go, it's going to be a fight. So here we go. Definitely looking forward to seeing what we can get out here, but here we go. But yeah, again, my pick for the win, Kyle Busch, he is still in the fight, but it's looking a lot weaker. We're gonna have to wait again. I wanted to see somebody. Again, somebody who's been mostly irrelevant all day, just try something. I get that it likely won't work, but also for when it comes to these drivers, they really don't have much of a need to try. And well, for some of them, I understand them playing it safe. Again, Sanchez, De Benedetto, some of those guys that are near that playoff cut line, and you really can't afford to lose 10, 20 points. So here we go. Welcome everybody that's tuning into the stream. It is closing in on 10 p.m. here for our East Coast watchers, including me. So yeah, it's a late night, but we've got about 40 laps to go. We got a little under 40 laps to go here in this Truck Series race. Yeah, it's going to be a knockdown, drag out fight here to the finish. They're showing the Pro Bowling Championships here. But yeah, not what I tuned in to watch tonight though. So here we go. 5 straight weeks for the trucks to be in action. So here we go. Let me see what the Darlington schedule is this week. All right, this coming week. So let's see. Let's see. Full schedule. So let's see. So Darlington Friday night. So I'll be here for the trucks next week at Darlington. Won't be able to do North Wilkesboro on Saturday the 20th though. Starting at 1:30. That's just not gonna work. And let's see. What about Xfinity Series? Because I feel like they have a really bad start time at 1:30 for Darlington. So yeah, I won't be able to do anything for Darlington for the Xfinity Series, and then Cup Series I'll be able to do for Darlington. So yep, the upcoming schedule, it's pretty much just next weekend we'll have trucks and Cup, and then it will be pretty much just Cup the other 2 weekends, although we'll see about potentially some IndyCar coverage mixed in, because honestly, I enjoyed covering the IndyCar race last week. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it, because it was a fun time. By the way, Zane Smith takes the outside lane. Tanner Gray takes the inside line. Corey Heim, Tyler Hill. So curious to see Gray and Hill. I think those two may have stayed out and both taking the inside line to work together. Then you have Sanchez and Ross Chastain in row 3. Row 4 is Majeski, or not Majeski. That's Infinger and Taylor Gray. Friesen, Crafton. Then you have Deegan and Kyle Busch, Garcia and Ankrum, and then Brett Holmes and Ben Rhodes rounding out your top 10. Or I don't know if that was your top 10 or that's your first 10 rows, I mean. But we'll have to wait and see here. Alright, so both drivers that were involved in that in those last couple of instances, Matt Benedetto, he's released from the infield care center, and then same with the driver, that number 02 with Chris Wright, he is okay and released from the infield care center. Nice to hear. So here we go. Pace car dives for cover, and we are going through the Geico restart zone. It is green flag, green, green, green. Green flag is out, and they are racing at Kansas. And here we go. They're starting to make those aggressive blocks, and oh, that was late. That was a really late block there on whoever that was, but man, they are going to start falling through the field here. Those old tires are going to plummet. But again, if they can save a set of stickers for later, they could potentially be your fight for the win here in a minute. So here we go. Corey Heim takes the top spot from Zane Smith. Corey Heim definitely seems like the kind of driver that he really is going all out. All attack. Don't give them a chance to try and recover from any sort of attack that you've put on him. But yeah. here we go. Pretty good showing though so far for the NASCAR Camping World Truck or Craftsman Truck Series. Wanted to say Camping World, but no. So here we go. And say Sanchez making some ground here. So here we go. So wow, I'm impressed Taylor Gray has actually held on to his top 10 spot so far. So here we go. Let's see. Oh, we got a battle for the lead here. It's Corey Heim. It's Zane Smith. It's Grant Enfinger taking him 3 wide for the race lead here. Grant Enfinger comes up out of nowhere to take go third to first here in one corner. That was insane. So Grant Enfinger, he has got that race lead now, and he can start to attempt to set sail. Man, I mean, again, Corey Heim staying right there. It's going to be hard to get away from him, but if you can really start to try and make waves and just kind of, again, set sail and get away. But, yeah, man, that was chaotic there for a minute. Yeah, I should have taken a nap this afternoon because I am tired. Didn't really think about the fact that this race is going to be so late. But, yep. There we go. Grant Enfinger definitely got by both of them. It was very aggressive to try and do so. So where's Kyle Busch at now? Kyle Busch is 8th right now. So he's making some progress. But here we go. Stuart Friesen drifting back just a little bit here as Nick Sanchez goes on the attack, I believe. Here we go. Sanchez trying to... No, it's actually Sanchez trying to hold off Friesen, especially this time. Friesen on the attack. So here we go. Taylor Gray has now got Kyle Busch breathing down his neck. If Taylor Gray can hold off Kyle Busch, even for a few laps, it will start to improve that confidence drastically. So here we go. So Kyle does not seem like he likes his truck right now. Yeah, it seems like his truck is definitely swung away from him. Guessing a lot of that's probably to do with the damage that they got in that incident earlier that we saw. But between himself and Ben Rhodes, but we'll have to wait and see, obviously, if that ends up being the case. But here we go. Yeah, Kyle Busch is not happy with his truck. Yeah, he just threw out the comment on the radio saying that you might as well just throw the whole truck away. I mean, if you're looking to get rid of a truck, I'm not saying I wouldn't want that as a gift, but if Kyle wanted to send that up this way, it'd be a really cool. It'd be a really cool truck to have. And honestly, I think it could probably handle my morning commute. Although the roads up here are atrocious. But he is making ground here. Yeah, Patrick will take the truck. He'll go and win Daytona in it to start the 2023 or 2024 truck season. So here we go. Is that you could run at Pocono this year and probably go and win the race. Yeah. So here we go. And three wide here for position. That's Deegan, that's Ankrum, and that's Crafton on the outside. But here we go. Having some more fights here in the mid pack. Hopefully everybody's enjoying this. I know I certainly am. No matter how tired I am. Need me to send you my logo again? All right. Which one? The RD or the running with the pack logo? But yeah. So right now though, again, Crafton and Ankrum fighting for position in like 12th. Is that really the best battle we have? Is like the battle between 10th and 11th? All right. Yeah, I'll call you after the stream and we can figure out exactly what you need for a logo because this is like the fourth time you've asked me. But yeah. Here we go. Garcia and Gray fighting for position here. 20 more times around, 20 laps to go. Okay, so Infinger's starting to stretch it out finally. So you got a comfortable lead and just kind of. Okay, so leaving the white background on? Why do you want the white background in? Say, because if you try and get a sticker of that, that's just going to be a big white rectangle behind it. But, yeah. So, again, right now, though, Infinger definitely looks to be the class of the field, and without a yellow, it will be hard for anybody to really pass him. But, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Oh, you just fixed it? Okay. So, here we go. Let's say Garcia finally got by Taylor Gray there for the 8th spot. Kyle Busch is up to 7th and going to be trying to pass Ross Chastain to be the top Cup driver in the field. That'll be an interesting fight there. But here we go. Oh, man. So they're doing a piece right now on Tony Breidinger, who raced in ARCA earlier today, and now she's running her first ever Truck Series race tonight. we go. Let's see. Kyle Busch is doing all right in terms of making his way through the field again, though. The question is, can he keep up the progress? Because he needs to absolutely fly through this field to have enough time, or he needs another late yellow to maybe bunch everybody back together and give him a shot. So the three drivers doing double duty today with the ARCA race earlier is Taylor Gray, Dean Thompson, and as we mentioned earlier, Tony Breidinger. Obviously, I think the only two Cup guys running this race are Chastain and Kyle Busch, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think anybody else overlaps with Cup. Crafton sometimes I know comes up, but he isn't this weekend. Zane Smith is not in that 38 car this weekend. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, but yeah, here we go. So Kyle Busch is already getting ready for his final Truck Series start not next week, but at Pocono in a few weeks. That's gonna be interesting. So Kyle Busch already running low on truck starts that he can make this year. Again, I still thought that he should have tried to run the truck race at North Wilkesboro for some extra practice laps at the track. So here we go. Chastain. Chastain might have a top 5 day going at the end of this thing. Yeah, it does kind of feel like the Grant Enfinger commencement ceremony here as we kind of just parade around for 11 laps while we wait for to see if anybody else will be able to challenge him or potentially even try and dethrone him. So here we go. Oh, whoa! What's wrong with Majeski's truck? He's got a flat. So Ty Majeski's got a flat. Oh, and it looks like maybe even more issues. Hard to tell if that came before or after the flat tire, but there is an issue for Ty Majeski's car. Major issue. That will definitely end his shot at any sort of finish here tonight. So here we go. We're just trying to get through here. I'm trying to get my leaderboard back up on my phone, or not on my phone, but on my computer. But right now, I mean, again, Grant Enfinger, he has got this field on lock, and it's going to be hard for anybody to really pass him. But here we go. So Grant Enfinger, though, he's managing this race very well. And say he's moving down to the bottom better than what we saw out of Noah Gragson a few years ago at Homestead, where Noah Gragson would refuse to move out the bottom or to move off the top lane. And it ultimately led to his downfall when the number 13 car had a tire go down and he was in the outside lane and just couldn't get around him. So here we go. Hopefully everybody's excited to hear as we get ready for the final 10. We're under 10 laps to go already. We got 7 to go here at Kansas. We're getting ready for an exciting finish. Hopefully you guys are excited. I know I am. And yeah, here we go. Alright. So they'll cut out the sticker when putting the sticker on. Okay. Who is cutting it out? Because again, like, because yeah, if you're getting a die cut sticker, it'll come out. The background it'll register as a full thing, and it'll end up as a rectangle. Don't want you putting money into something like a bunch of stickers from Sticker Mule and ending up getting the wrong stuff that you were hoping to not get. But here we go. We're making ourselves 5 more laps here. 5 to go here. Infinger is just hoping for no drama here. Just a simple 5 laps to the checker. So here we go. All right. And here we go. 4 laps to go this time by at the line. It is 4 laps to go. And now it'll be 3 when they get back around. But right now, Infinger has got to be nervous. He's got a 2.5 second lead here. He's got a 2.5 second lead. He's got plenty of gap here. Again, he just needs to not have something catastrophic happen. He needs no yellow. Nobody being stupid. Nobody trying to pay him back for anything. Which I don't know what anybody really would have to pay him back for. But I'm sure he's made a few enemies over his years in the truck series. But yeah. Without a caution, though, this was definitely going to be Infinger's race. Oh, and Patrick's rooting for cautions. I don't know why you're not happy with an Infinger win, or you just want it to be more exciting than that. So here we go. Let's see. We got 2 laps to go. Again, right now, all Infinger wants to see is that white flag. Once he sees the white flag, he knows this race will end. There is no chance of this race going to overtime. Infinger just wants to see this white flag. Let's see. So there we go. White flag is out, and here we go. White flag is out. 1 lap to go here for Grant Infinger. And here we go. It's going to be the last lap. What can Grant Infinger do? He has seen the white flag. He knows his race is in his hand as long as he doesn't end up being the caution. So here we go. Coming off of turn 4 for the checkered flag, it's going to be Grant Infinger winning his race. So, yeah, kind of a little bit of a mundane finish because of the laps that we had. We kind of talked about Grant Infinger leading this race, but he really put himself in position to win this race late. Absolutely dominated the final segment, and Grant Infinger, he is your 2023 Truck Series winner here for the regular season race at Kansas. They do come back here in the playoffs, so congratulations to Grant Infinger on the win. Corey Heim second, third Zane Smith, fourth Stuart Friesen. Top 5 ends up going to Ross Chastain. Chastain ends up being the highest finishing Cup Series regular. Then you have Nick Sanchez and Kyle Busch, who finished 6th and 7th. Nick Sanchez beating out Kyle Busch for that 6th position. 8th was Jake Garcia. 9th, Taylor Gray. 10th was Tyler Ankrum. 11th, Matt Crafton. And 12th was Haley Deegan. Let's see. We also have Daniel Dye finishing 1 lap down in 13th. Brett Holmes finishing 1 lap down in 14th. Tony Breidinger comes home 15th in her first Truck Series start. Ben Rhodes comes home 16th. Wallace Allen 17th. Tanner Gray comes home 18th. Johnny Sauter 19th. Brennan Poole 20th. 21st for Nick Lentz, who was the first caution of the day, ends up only one lap down in 21st. Tyler Hill, Justin Carroll, Josh Rayum, and Majeski rounding out your top 25. Spencer Boyd, Mason Maggio, Chris Wright, Matt Benedetto, and Christian Eckes rounding out your top 30. And then Hocevar, Dean Thompson, Chase Purdy, Raja Caruth, Colby Howard, and Tim Vaines all out of this race early with different incidents. So, yep. Oh, man, that was a disheartening day if you're one of those guys who was caught up in a wreck late, especially someone like Matt Benedetto, who was so close to, and he's really kind of going to be fighting for the points coming down the stretch, and you need every point you can get. Kyle Busch looks dejected, though. Just kind of looking at the damage on the front end of his truck to see what happened, but this has been Ryan Dyer. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you guys did, leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you guys are new so you guys never miss a video, live stream, or anything else I do here on the channel. But this has been everything for me. Of course, subscribe. We're trying to hit that goal of 2,250 subscribers here in the month of May. But until next time, I will see you guys tomorrow for the Cup race. But I will see you guys later and have a great rest of your night. Have a great night, everybody, and goodbye.